puppies, Gundogs at Trails for Tails Dog Training. Okay, so this one is for the puppy owners. It's an important subject we have to cover at some point, so I thought I'd get on with it now because you obviously want to do some training with your pups as well. So I want to talk about habituation and socialisation. So a lot of the time people just think everything is socialisation. What they don't realise is that habituation is just as important, okay? But we'll go through socialisation first because I've got a few things I want to chat about that, which are quite important. Right, so socialisation, that means the dog's learning to be social, okay? Social with humans, social with dogs, social with other things, everything, right? But this is not habituation where you're... So habituation is more habituating them to the environment, okay? Different environments, different sounds, different noises, different contexts, stuff like that. But what we're going to discuss first is socialisation. But one of the biggest things we need to talk about with socialisation is other dogs. Now, we want a social friendly dog, but what we don't want is a dog that is over friendly, over social, shall we say. Now, in my world, I don't want that dog who is friends with every dog that they ever meet. Do you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is not that I want an aggressive dog. That is not what I mean. What I don't want is a dog that is obsessed with other dogs. What happens a lot in early socialisation is a lot of owners feel, because of the internet and everything like that, that the key is you need to get them out, meet every dog of every breed, of every kind, or every person, every this, every that. They have this like bloody checklist of things, and you've got to set your dog up for the lifestyle you want. That's the first thing for me. There's no point socialising, habituating a dog if they're never going to go in a city and meet all these different folks and stuff like that, and you take them there for one day. Oh, I've ticked that off the box. Well, that's not quite how it works, right? So let's go with dogs first, because it's a big one for me. I have a lot of owners who come to me around 8-9 months and they go, the dog won't come back, it's going over to every dog on the park. And I usually, when I delve a little bit deeper, what's happened is I said, as a puppy, did you socialise that dog to every dog it met? Did you let it go over and say, oh yes, because I want it to be friendly and say hello and all that? Well, here's the problem with that, right? The first problem, okay? You let your puppy, because in your head you feel like I need to socialise it, and there's an obsession in this country that our dog has to be friends with every person, every dog. Well, humans aren't, so why do dogs need to be, okay? Two, it is not healthy to get your dog to go up to every dog. What they are learning in that moment is when I see every dog, I go over to it. And also once they get into play, because people think it's fun when they play and stuff like that. And it is important that they have social interaction. I'm not saying this, right? I need to stress this out. But it's careful management of how you do it. When you let that puppy go up to every puppy and they learn that, because then you say, yeah, let's go over that, let's say hello to that dog, let's say hello to that. You're teaching them that is acceptable behaviour, to go over to every dog, right? You've got to learn in life that not every dog wants to meet your puppy, right? Not every dog is safe to meet, okay? Not every dog appreciates a puppy, all right? Also, puppy parties, they are not always the best for your puppy either. Daycare, stuff like that, they are not, for me personally, I wouldn't put my dog in that situation, because one, I'm teaching behaviour that dogs are way more better fun than me. Two, I'm teaching them to go over to every dog and be inappropriate and probably a little bit rude at times, getting in dog's face, not appropriate. If I'm wanting to teach that puppy good social skills, what I will do is I'll introduce it to dogs that I know that are mature, responsible, in a sense of, what I mean is a dog that's pretty much going to ignore them, unless it's one in my house. You know, he's got like my pup, he has got a friend and he plays with Sid in the house, but that is managed as well. I don't let him go hungo all the time, because that's not appropriate either. I don't want them to learn that this is the way they live, right? They have to learn. If I see they're losing the plot, they get split up and puppy goes to bed, okay? So I manage it even in my house, because I need to be the one that is the biggest thing to that puppy. But if, okay, let's say I do want to, because it is important that they are okay with other dogs and that they're not funny. I'm not expecting them to like every dog in life anyway. That's just life. I don't like everybody, just like you won't like everybody you meet. So I accept that that might come away sometime, but what I do want is them to be okay around other dogs, be comfortable around other dogs, but not obsess about them. Yeah, you see him, move away from them. Yeah, it's nothing, no big deal, right? So I choose, if I'm going to do these sort of things, I know which dogs I want my dog in front of. I've got friends with certain dogs that I think, yep, they can learn appropriate behaviour. Because if you only ever expose your puppy to dogs that play rough, play full on every time they meet up, or they start learning that's how they meet other dogs. Okay, they are learning from social interaction. So pick your dogs and your dogs wisely. And I'm sorry to say this, you might have that one friend who's like, I can't wait to do walks with you, but the dog is not right for your puppy. Wait till your puppy is matured. Okay, this is the area that we have to think, what are we imprinting in that puppy's brain? Because they are like sponges, they soak everything up. What are they learning? Because we're their guiders, we're their teachers. So I'm going to if you had children, you wouldn't put them in situations with people that you were uncomfortable with, or you weren't sure you wanted that an influence. We all have people, oh, that's a bad influence and all that. Well, it's the same for me with my puppies. I want to choose the right dogs for them to interact with when they're in that early stage. I am so selective. Let's face it, I'm a dog snob when it comes to stuff like that, right? Don't get me wrong, I love my dogs and I love everybody else's dogs, but when I'm teaching my dog how I want it to behave in adult life and be appropriate, I want a dog that's going to be able to come away from dogs but also be good with dogs. Okay, so when they're about, they're not fussed by them. Yeah, but so they're not reactive and stuff like that. Again, that is way complex. I'm not getting into that. But what I'm talking about here is, don't obsess with getting your puppy out, meeting every dog. Don't obsess, I've got to meet this, meet that. Don't do it. Work on you and the pup. If you see another dog, great. Hello, you know, if they're walking past you, you can say to the pup, yeah, if the pup has a little sniff, great. 1, 2, 3, move on. That's what I teach. 1, 2, 3, move on. If I want a little off-lead interaction, I'll pick that dog that's probably likely to go off, sniff, ignore them, might say hello to them, walk off. Nothing too hyper where they're going to lose the plot and learn, oh my God, all I done is run around when I meet a dog and get in their face. So I choose good, solid adult dogs. That's why I love my terriers in the house, because my terriers will not tolerate any rude behaviour, you know. And again, so let's talk about that socialisation in a multi-dog household. There are going to be dogs that will tell them off and there's going to be dogs that won't. And you're going to have to accept the fact that you've got to step in. Don't expect that dog to snap eventually. That's not fair. You're asking that dog to literally, if it's tolerating, you'll actually need to boil over. Not fair. It's like somebody poking you until you blow. Yeah? No. If you've got a dog that isn't going to tell them or isn't quite sharp with them or whatever, then for me, you've got to step in if puppy's been inappropriate. Okay, even though I've got one terrier, she'll literally tell him there and then in the moment, so he leaves her be. She warns him pretty quick, even before she tells him, so he's off then. My other one, he has got patience to say, he just makes a bark like, oh, I don't want you near me, right? But he won't go in. He's very, very polite like that. So what I do is when I hear that bark or I see puppy going towards him, I call him away. Yeah, Bobby doesn't want to know. And he doesn't. He probably won't acknowledge my pup till he's about good over a year. He's still just about acknowledging Sid. But most of the time he walks past him. Right? He's not interested. He doesn't care. When he see him coming, he went, walked off. Right? Not bothered. But it doesn't mean that I should let the pup go all over him and jump him. No, I've got to be on top of that. And also listening to me, coming away from things. Yeah? So it's important we don't obsess about that. Like I said, in this bloody country, you need to get your dog out, socialise. No, you don't. Just get on with your normal life, your normal day-to-day life, what the dog's going to interact with. When you see another dog, walk by, 1, 2, 3, you said hello. If the dog is safe to hello, read what's going on with that owner. If not, walk your puppy away, okay? Teach them to come away from things. All right, like I said, when you do want that interaction with a dog, pick your dogs wisely. I personally wouldn't recommend the way to socialise at doggy daycare. All you learn them is to mess around with dogs all day and learn nothing from it, unless it's a responsible daycare place that says they have a puppy time and they have a puppy space and they do things with the puppies separate. Be careful. I understand that people need these places for work and that. I'm not denying that, right? But pick them wisely. And if not, if you feel better like it's too much, because don't think tired dog is a happy dog. A lot of people go, oh, they were happy all day, it was great, they slept all night. Yeah, probably could never rested all day, right? On the go too much. That's not good for your pup either. So if you do need support, get a family friend or a dog walker in maybe to just do a puppy visit, right? Then big daycares, they're not always the best. Like I said, there are some good ones. I'm not saying that for them out there who run them and that. There are some good ones, but there are also ones who just let them go, just let them be all day. So pick wisely, all right? So again, regarding humans and that, you want your puppy to interact nicely with people. I always pick people as well who are good with dogs, who will listen to what I want and wait for the dogs and interact with them in a way that I know is appropriate. Don't take them to people that are going to fear them, because if by accident your pup does go up to them and jump up, you've got to be like, is that person the right person for that? Where the other person might wait. If you've got somebody who's a dog person and they have, you know, they're going to offer the sit, because I do teach them to approach people offering sits, okay, or people to go low to the ground and wait for the paws on the floor, because that's another thing. If you reinforce jumping up all the time, it will become a nightmare for you when they're older. So you're better teaching, like I said, the auto sit for not jumping up and getting other people to wait for that, and then you paying them. Yeah, so teaching them how to approach things in these early stages, and being social with, you want them to be okay with people, but you don't want them again to be obsessed with people. So again, I'm very selective of who my pups meet. I know the people they want, and then I go, right, you said hello, right, come away to me now. Yeah, so they've had the little play with the pup or said hello, and then right, over to me. And again, I'm only doing this with the people that I know will be in my pup's life. I don't need to take them out, meet every person with every hair thing, different glasses, whatever, all that. I just don't, I'd be on a mission if I did that, and it's just not reality. Okay, I personally habituate and socialize my pup to my lifestyle, what I want from that dog. I don't need to take it out and off I go, right, to things that I'd never do. Okay, so that's a little bit about socialization regarding mostly dogs and people and stuff, and you want them to be, like I said, fine with. And again, it's with, if you're going to be on livestock and stuff like that, you don't want that to be a big deal either, walking past them, yeah, you've seen him, well done, 1 2 3, boom. Right, habituation. Okay, let's talk about habituation. This is what is more for me important than anything. So this is getting the dogs comfortable traveling, getting the dogs comfortable going out and about, different smells, different sounds, different things happening. What is your lifestyle going to be? So for me, I'm always in the country. So that's what I want my dog habituated to. Country smells, different sounds, different animals, stuff like that. Everywhere we're going, different people that are likely that we'll meet, the habituation. So different surfaces, different textures, everything like that. Sorry about the people, that was socialization. I take my pups everywhere with me in the early stage. With Sidney, he literally even came to the garage with me because it was different smells, different sounds, everything was different. Him coming on that journey with me, sitting around while the car was getting fixed, watching everything like that, just habituating to noise. So he was confident in different environments, because we need confident dogs in our game. So I don't want them to come out and then they hear something and they're like, oh, I can't cope. So I take the pups out and about, like I'm going to do with Jimmy at the moment, just waiting, just while everything kicks in with the vaccinations. But he still when I do take him out, so I took him to the shops with me the other day. I put him in a little game bag because I lost my sling yesterday. I put him in a game bag. Took him into the shops that I knew I could walk into him with. So, he's getting the different smells, the different noises, busyness, stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, my dogs will travel up and down the country with me. So they need to be comfortable. One, getting in the car is a big one. So traveling is huge. Two, get into new environments. I don't want them to freak out at new environments. So for me, it's like I think about the type of places I will go, and I will take them on little journeys, so maybe going to a pub or something, because I want to do that with them if I'm ever out and about. Might go to restaurants when I need them to come. So we take them to stuff like that, getting them used to that noise of glasses, people, noise, talking, all that stuff. I also, what I do is, in about a month or so, I'm going away to do a workshop down in Somerset. So my puppy will be coming with me. It won't be he's too young. He's coming with me. He's going to learn to stay away from home. He's going to learn to settle a new thing, because that's my lifestyle. I want them in that early stage to have a point where they do not always at home, but they travel away with me. So he travels everywhere. So he loves the car now, because I built a lot of value in it. Every time he goes in, I'm paying him, yeah. And I even do impulse control in the car as well, not learning to rush out and stuff. Yes, at that age. But I'm getting him used to that travel environment. That's what I do. I travel a hell of a lot for this job. So I need my dogs to be used to travel. I get them used to as well sitting in the car a lot, right? Because we do. They're always on site with us. They're always near us wherever we're training. I need them in the car to get used to that, because we're in and out training, right? So, or on breaks and stuff. So they're used to that. So that's a big thing I'm teaching him, yeah? To be able to cope, to be away from me in the car, you know, all secure in there, and that they are used to that. This is my lifestyle. So that's what I'm basically saying, is I socialise and habituate him to my lifestyle, right? Because wherever I go, usually my dogs are with me at all times, unless obviously there's going to places where I can't take dogs. I leave them up, or obviously events and stuff, but 99% of the time they're on a journey with me, yeah. They are with me everywhere I go, because I want them to get used to that. That's their environment. And all along the way, I'm rewarding them for good stuff. Yeah, you did well there. Again, with puppies, here's another one, is when they are out and about and you're taking them to these new experiences, reward the nice behaviour. When they let them watch, let them take it in. Don't drag them about. I sometimes stand around with them, let them take it in. Let them smell it, let them feel it. And if they do well, I'm rewarding him. Yeah, good choices. Like giving them confidence in environments. That's what you're doing. You're supporting them in that environment. If your puppy's nervous or really can't cope, remove them from the situation. Yeah, because otherwise, if you force that puppy into that situation, you're not creating a good imprint on that puppy. You're creating you're actually breaking your bond a little bit, that they can't trust. You're forcing them into things they don't want to do. Right. Where you're better taking the pup away, maybe not needs a further distance that they can take it in, and then if they go forwards, I'll let them explore them at their own time. If not, they weren't ready for that day, okay? It's something I can look at and move away. So like I've got alpacas and that near me, you know, I let him investigate them on his own time. Luckily I got secure physical, do it off lead. He wanted to move away, and when he was all right, rewarded, brilliant. Because I get some who come in here and do, and we just take a little bit of time with the young dogs who first are a bit spooked by him, and we just let them take it in, and when they do just start settling, I'm rewarding them. Yeah, okay, we'll move away from it now. Yeah, so these are all things you have to consider in thinking. Socialise and habituate to, like, look at the lifestyle you want with that dog. Okay, for me, it's all about me and where I go, my travelling, my staying away a lot, training groups, stuff like that. People who wear stuff like I do, because that's the lifestyle they'll have. I'm never going to I probably never take them to a city, so I don't need to take them in the middle of a city and drag them around just for everything thrown at them. I don't need it, right? So look at your lifestyle and say, how is my lifestyle? How am I going to pan it with that dog? That's what I'm going to get them ready for. Yeah, that's what I'm going to expose them to. If you do live in a city, perfect. That's what you do. You socialise them and habituate them to. If you live in the country and you want to do country walks and go to pubs and stuff like that and stay away and whatever, get them used to that. Yeah, you know. Also, here's another one I want to talk about as well. When I was saying about, there's a common one I see a lot of the time is the school run. I need to get that one out because that kills me. They don't need to go on the school run every day. It's a lot for them to deal with. I see a lot of puppies start fighting back on that and getting overwhelmed with it. They don't need to do it every day. I know you want to do it eventually down the line. That, again, like I said, part of your lifestyle if you do that. But don't do it every day. Give them a break to take it in. Don't have people mauling the dog. It's like anything wherever you go with a young puppy. Don't let people maul it, because they're learning to be worried about things. I don't let people touch my puppy unless I bloody well know him. Yeah, I don't care if I'm out and about. If you reach over to my pup, I'm stepping back. I don't know you. Don't touch my dog, right? So that's just an example of things. But when you are out and about and people are interested, it's fine for them to say hello if they ask, or if you're comfortable with it. If you don't know the person, don't let them. I don't want everyone touching my puppy's head. Dogs hate that mauling, right? I only touch when that pup's ready, right? And people especially, you don't know my dog, you don't know my puppy, don't touch my dog's head, right? So these are things that I want my dog to have that nice, these puppies to have good experiences. Don't get me wrong, nothing's going to go smooth, nothing ever goes fully smooth, that's just life, right, in general. But the more good experiences and the more I habituate and socialise to my lifestyle, the dogs I want them to be around, everything like that, the better chance I have as an adult dog. Okay, so be careful, think about things before you do, all right? Get them exploring, get them out there. Even if you, like, people think with the vaccinations you can't take them out, they can only go in the garden. Put them in a sling, put them in a bag, whatever, take them out and about on your journeys with you. Just walk wherever you go, and even if it's a walk on the country walk or going to pub, take them with you, yeah? You can still get them out and about. You don't have to wait till the vaccinations. I'm not saying put them down on the floor or anything, but what I'm saying is you can carry them about and things. That's what I did the other day. He's not ready to really go out into public spaces. He only comes to my work and out and home and stuff at the moment. So for me, once all that is completed, I can't take him anywhere. But when I do want to take him somewhere that he can't officially walk around, I put him in my bag and he sits there like that and he watches the world go by. He's taking in all that information, and as he's going along and he's doing well, I'm rewarding him. I've got a bit of food in my pocket. Good lad, lovely. Giving him that confidence. I give him so much confidence he tried to fly out the bag the other day. But I'd rather have that than a puppy that's he wants to explore. So I'll take it in a different way. Like, they can't explore through their nose, but they can explore through their eyes while they're in this stage, and they can go around, meet everything and what I'm going to be doing in my life, stuff like that. It's like I'm going training with a spaniel group on Sunday. I'll let him do his business in a quiet area, then I'll put him around and I'll let him sniff about, and people will probably come over and walk, and I know these people though, so I know they won't dive on him. But all this will be done, controlled, rewards him as he goes along, yeah? That's part of my lifestyle, these training groups. So he's going to learn about, this is what we do, this is our lifestyle, okay? So if you have any questions on this, because it's such a big subject, I'd be here all bloody day, but if you have any questions on it, just send a message, or put a comment down below, and I will give you my thoughts and opinions on it. But just do it carefully, but do it to your lifestyle. That's the biggest thing. And don't create obsessions. Think about, is this beneficial to the dog? I.e. the bloody dog one is a big one, okay? They don't need to say hello to every dog. You don't want to create a problem at adolescence when all they want to do is run over to every dog, and your recall go, oh, I did all this training. Well, adolescence is going to come. So this is where you need to put this stuff in now, so that adolescence is easier. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's easier, okay? Them learning to be with you, because adolescence is another challenge that is coming. Don't be lulled, because there is a lull between puppy and adolescence where I've been sailing. Well, there'll be times you'll have to rein them back in, okay? So like I said, to your lifestyle, reward them, guide them along the way, let them know they're doing right, all right? Let them know that they're doing well. Give them that confidence in these environments and whatever they're doing socially, okay? And like I said, to your lifestyle, remember that. What you wanting with this dog, what you wanting to achieve with this dog, what is your future of what you're looking like, your future you want to be with this dog, and get them accustomed to that. Not that fancy tick list that is just not like, oh, you see a bus. Mine are never going to see a bus, right? Never. So they don't need to see a bus, right? So that's what I'm saying to you. Your lifestyle, that's the best way. All right then. Great to see you all again, and like I said, thanks for the comments. This is one video I wanted to make sure I got in for everybody. I know it's important. So yeah, all right. So there, before I forget, there are some training puppy videos coming up. A couple of things, some things that I teach my puppies are already there, like your sit, your connection, your place. But these are things I do teach. But I will be putting some new stuff in that I also teach the pup, and also some more stuff coming up for the adults, because I got a request on a particular video which will be coming up as well. So great, thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed that video. All right then, all right, see you later, bye.